The price of a standard postage stamp, well, it's a guess, probably around 40 cents. My favourite non-news website, well, I only really look at news websites, to be quite honest. I don't have much time to look at non-news websites. Okay. But I suppose now and again my children draw my attention to things on YouTube. That's the closest to a non-news website that I would go to. The last gig that I was at was, what do we see? It was an event in Derry where Lisa Hannigan performed. Yeah. And I think that was the last one.
As a collective?
I think that those are the three women who won the Nobel Peace Prize.
They are. Can you name them?
No, I can't name them.
Okay.
Healy? That's the, is he the President, the Prime Minister of Canada?
And do you know who that is?
That's the famous woman who caused a stir up north recently, Rihanna. Well, I would really like to see President Obama come to Ireland on an official state visit. And the reason I would like that is because I think that the United States of America plays such an important role in bringing about foreign direct investment, because what I'm really interested in as the cornerstone of my presidency is the issue of jobs and how we can get our economy back on track. President Obama, when I was the Deputy First Minister for the North, was very gracious in, along with Secretary of State Clinton, in hosting a very important economic investment conference at the State Department. And our relationship with the United States has brought in something like almost 14,000 new jobs to the North. So I want jobs to be the cornerstone of my presidency, and I want to work with the likes of former President Bill Clinton, President Obama and Hillary Clinton, and indeed the Taoiseach, to ensure that we do as much as we possibly can to bring jobs for our young people. No, I think specifically what I would like to see changed in the Constitution, which I think would be very important, and this would require a referendum, would be that people who have Irish citizenship should be entitled to voting rights in presidential elections. And this was outlined very graphically recently by Peter Canavan, who, as many people know, was one of the greatest Gaelic footballers that the island has ever seen, when he explained that in the 2003 final, Armagh played Tyrone, and 30 players from those two counties lined up to meet the President of Ireland, who was Mary McAleese. This was in 2003. Yet not one of them, including Mary McAleese, had the right to vote in a presidential election, even though 14 of those players went on to become All-Stars. Honest, dedicated, committed, courageous, leaderly. I think it would be a mistake in the context of this interview to outline what my preference would be, because that would suggest that someone else was better than all of the other candidates. So I have my own private views about that, and I don't think it would be wise to state publicly, even in terms of my own campaign. Well, I mean, some of the headlines are misleading. I am not an IRA leader. I have worked for the last 20 years and more to bring about one of the most important peace processes in the world today. I've been at the heart of all of those negotiations. They are the most important negotiations ever to take place on the island of Ireland in a century. And in my
But
view...
this is the way that you were viewed internationally in the
Yeah.
media, whether that is correct or not.
Yeah.
But do you think it is appropriate that you were viewed this way?
No, I don't think it's appropriate that I'm reviewed this way,
Do you
because
think that it is appropriate that a President of Ireland is viewed in this way?
I think it's, well, previous presidents of Ireland were viewed in that way. So if I was elected President of Ireland, I wouldn't be the first President of Ireland who had an IRA passed. And indeed, there were many other very important positions of government held by people who were previous members of the IRA.
Okay, that's 30 seconds. Martin McGuinness, thank you very much.
Thank you.